What up, everyone? This is episode 2 of Storytime with Harlōw, and today I'm going to break down my song, Late Night Lights, where I go through the origin story of it, what the lyrics mean to me, and how it came to become the song, Late Night Lights. I started the second song. Honestly, it wasn't planned to be the second song. I actually remember the idea started when one of my best friends from Chicago, Alex Kwan, came over and was just doing some video work. And for some reason, I went into our kitchen and started doing work, and just I didn't create music for quite some time, maybe like a month, because I was mixing for other people at that time. So I decided to whip out my laptop in the kitchen, and while he was working at our living room dining table, I just found this cool pack, and I found this sample. I think it's a Jules Jadon sample. It was like guitar sauce or something, and I heard this guitar, and it was like doo 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 doo, and then I was just like, damn, this is dope, but it might be like kind of too trappy because it was at like 150 BPM. So I slowed everything down. I was like in this hip hop kick that week, just listening to a lot of artists from Dreamville and just like more like slower rap content types things. And I got really inspired by just making more of like a slowed down hip hop song. Yeah, so I just started making this beat. At this point in time, I didn't really have like a signature sound yet, but I knew that from the first song I made, or at least started at the time, I was in love with vocal textures. So I played around with that idea first, and I found this kind of drone-like sample where it was just like, ooh, or whatever. Decided to kind of have it a little more of like a hip hop bounce, so it'd be like, or woo, 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 woo. You could hear it in the song, right before the drop in the sample and whatnot. Mind you, all of this is happening. I finished the main idea of the drop in maybe 30 minutes tops. I don't know. This is one of the fastest songs I've done. And then I found a drum loop that I really liked from another pack. I can't remember right now. I threw it in there, and it sounded pretty like decent, and then I matched the BPM and slowed it down again so it's more vibey. And so I found this like drum pattern that fit and anchored the song. I had the pulsing voices that I just created. I loved the texture, and then I had that guitar kind of like melody going. And then right after that, I split up a lot of the drum samples, and then took the drum samples and layered this like dope, slow moving, slow, like bending 808 type kick. From there, I had this fucking sick loop that I was like, all right, this is a hit. This is a cool song. And yeah, that's the start of the song in my kitchen. I was coming back from another coffee shop in Chicago. As I was walking towards the apartment, I just started, this happens a lot, I don't know, it's like a routine now, but I just started hearing voices of, wasn't really a chant, it was just like it was my own voice yelling like, can you feel it, like to everyone else around me, you know? Because I always felt as though I would hear, just by walking around the city of Chicago, I would hear so many different sounds, see so many different people, be really inspired by my environment, but no one else could hear this. So I tried to put this into a track and almost create this type of world where I'm sharing the song that I'm hearing in my head to everyone else. In regards to the feel of the track, as I was walking back, I heard, can you feel it? I kept thinking about Detroit and like what the actual sound of Detroit would be. And you could hear like one of my Harlōw signature sounds is just like this saw kind of old cinematic type star sound. I always call it star sound. I could probably play it for you guys or insert it or whatever. But I heard that and I wanted to make this song as cinematic as possible. As soon as I got home, during the elevator, I just thought of this chant in the middle of the song that I feel as though like if I were to play a sold out show or if I were to play a stadium show, this is what I fucking want to say. And so actually I have my notebook right here, which is kind of insane. I grabbed, I don't know, somebody's colored pencil or something. I don't know if you can see this. But right here, it just says the lyrics that I had that I essentially used in the song. I just got it out of my head. I didn't have my phone. I think my phone died at the time. But basically, I just remembered, it was like, ever since I was a little boy, I've been dreaming about them late night lights. If you feel me make a lot of noise, this was the first draft. If you've been dreaming about the late night lights. So basically, like, I just always had this vision of me just playing in front of like a stadium or whatever and just like having everyone relate to something, because whatever those late night lights or whatever you want to accomplish in the world, I mean, I feel like everyone has a dream. It's either the older you get, you suppress it, or the outliers, the people that more than likely you look up to, or any of the creators you look up to, they're living it, you know, because they didn't stop. So this song is like, it's an ode to my childhood and like what I've always envisioned, but I couldn't get it into words. That's where the lyrics of Late Night Lights come from. It was, ever since I was a little boy, I've been dreaming about them late night lights. If you with it, let me hear the noise. If you've been dreaming about the late night lights. And then in the song, you could hear the doom, 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 doom. Like I had like a full orchestra band behind me or something playing. And then it's like, I repeat it again, ever since I was a little boy, I've been dreaming about them late night lights. If you with it, let me hear the noise, because we've been dreaming about them late night lights. Saying everybody else that's in the concert or this fictional concert feels the same way, that, hey, we've all had this dream. I've been feeling this, and this song is an embodiment of everyone's fucking dream. Like, if you're at a festival and you're playing with me, or even a small fucking living room show, I feel like it's something that you could take away from and say it again. I always want my art, my sound, the artwork that I'm using, everything to match the colors. Like you can see here, like we have blue behind me. I'm wearing blue. It feels good to talk about this song because of that. Because the song feels like a sky blue or whatever, even though this is not sky blue. What I envisioned for this song is, because I'm such a small fucking artist and no one knows who the fuck I am, I wanted to have the opportunity to create a scenario where I'm playing a fake sold out stadium, festival, whatever the fuck, I don't even know where. I'm just playing a huge show that it almost feels like a live version of something that already happened, but it's something I've always visualized. And being a mixing mastering engineer, I could do that. So my vocals from the very get-go almost sound like I have a mic or like a megaphone. Like a lot of times when I think about this song, I'm thinking about like football stadiums or like just crazy big places, or like in the middle of the Grand Canyon or something, there's like a big crowd. I just have a mic, like instead of a microphone, I have a megaphone that I'm yelling out to everyone like, hey, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Tell me if you feel it. Talking to Detroit. In the song it says Detroit, Midwest, and all over the world, or all over the globe. I just want everyone to fucking feel it when they're listening to the song, to feel like they're at one of my concerts that never happened yet. I know I'm a really small artist right now, but I'm working towards creating something bigger than myself. And I think that'll take time, but hopefully looking back at this video, I can like post it like 2, 3 years, 4 years from now and be like, wow, damn, I actually sold out this fucking stadium. This is crazy. And this song, I always promised myself would be my entrance song to every single concert. Just to, the way it even starts, it's just like super mellow, and it's just like, I don't know. I have this vision where I'm like looking at the whole entire crowd, having everyone putting their lights up on their phones or lighters or whatever 2020 and beyond is gonna do with lights, and just like bouncing up and down in slow-mo. So a lot of I guess, songs or like EDM songs or whatever. A lot of it's just like a bounce that's hype. But in my brain, if I were to, in retrospect, if I were to look at a concert from like a reflective type of mindset, everything that I'm imagining, if I'm on stage, I'm moving slow. If the crowd is jumping up and down, in my brain while listening to the song is moving super slow, you know? And so I just wanted this feeling to be like super cinematic, very epic. I also wanted the track to breathe. That's why I have that star sound in there and there's no vocals. So during the lyrics, I was actually FaceTiming Dustin while I was actually recording the vocals right here in my studio. And I was telling Dustin, I was like, damn, I don't sound believable. I started at 9 a.m. that day. I just didn't believe myself. I'm not even a rapper. I wouldn't even consider myself a singer or a rapper. I'm a big believer in that the message is more important than whoever fucking delivers it. So in this case, since I couldn't think of anyone to deliver it, I was just like, I guess it's me, you know? Just like, leave it all on the table kind of thing. So during the songs, a lot of parts of it, you can hear me huffing and puffing and just like, I feel exhausted. But I feel as though that's the environment I wanted to capture. So in order to get that environment, since I wasn't playing in front of fucking 2 million people, I was doing like 100 push-ups. I did like 100 jumping jacks. I was sweating my fucking ass off to sound exhausted. So you can hear me go, ever since I was a little boy. Just because I know that if I were to play this fucking song first in every single set, game over. I would be so exhausted because I'd be so hyped from all the energy that I'm receiving for the crowd that's listening to the song. So I wanted to match that from the get-go. That's why I had the vocals sound a certain way, because then it wouldn't be believable if I were just to be like, you know, ever since I was a little boy, blah, blah, or like spoken word poetry or something like that. While I was making this song too, it hasn't happened yet. I'm filming this before I make any of my music videos. But what I imagined while listening to the song and the way that I was producing it, in my head, there's a lot of natural sounding instruments, right? And a lot of, I guess, like in one section, there's that star sound that I keep talking about, and that's like an unnatural kind of instrument. But a lot of the drums and stuff were real drums, right? And so in my head, I have this music video idea where I'm in the streets of Detroit, literally thinking about what's in my head, what kind of music I'm gonna make. I'm playing out while somebody's filming me in front of like crowds of people that just are walking because they don't hear what I'm hearing, and just like drumming different parts, like having the groove on, and then just like yelling out like, can you feel it? You know, just can you feel it? I keep hearing it in my head, and I keep seeing everyone just walk past because no one's hearing what I'm hearing, but I want everyone to hear what I'm hearing because I think it sounds fucking sick. And then there's this part where during this star part and the instrumental break, I can just reflect on my journey as an artist. I've been hanging out with a lot of photographers who inspire me, videographers that inspire me, a lot of different creators other than music. And that's what I felt this break was catered to. I watch a lot of like J.R. Ali on YouTube, Sam Colder, Rory Kramer, and a lot of their shots are just like epic and cinematic and very like slow droned type feels. So this section of the song is like a break from me like playing these invisible instruments, like having a horn right here or whatever. I don't even know how to play horns. Maybe that's a trombone. And then it goes into, you know, me standing on top of, I don't know, like a water fountain and just like chanting the chant like ever since I was a little boy or whatever like that. That's what I envision. Hopefully the music video will somewhat mirror that. I'm definitely trying to push as much of the art in my head outside to the surface, just so you guys can get a glimpse of like how I make music. To me as a creator, music can be 4-dimensional. I just don't want to have a song out on Spotify and you guys listen to it. I want you guys to actually feel everything I'm feeling while creating it or like listening to it. I just want you guys to get a glimpse of where my world's at. Thank you guys for watching. And if you want to follow the journey, please subscribe to my YouTube channel right down below. Follow me on social media. It's at @WoodLoveHarlōw on all social medias, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever. And comment down below what else you want me to talk about in the songs. If you have like a specific question about the song, feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to answer all these questions because I want you guys to get to know me as an artist, not just like a music, you know, maker. You know what I mean? But yeah, thank you. And I really appreciate all the love and support so far. I know this is episode 2 and I'm still getting the hang of talking in front of the camera. So thank you. Peace.